This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the Gulf of Mexico as their backdrop, broadcasting live from the Margaritaville Resort on Fort Myers Beach, here are the hosts of the dinkiest podcast in America, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you all for coming to License to Chill here at the beautiful Margaritaville Resort on Fort Myers Beach. My name is Ed Ryan, and this is my trusty sidekick, Kim Ryan, my wife of 30 some odd something or other years.
No, it's only 29 years.
Oh,
Yeah, it's only
blissful
29
years.
Why do you have us turned this way? This is
I
different.
don't know. I
This is
tried
a
something different.
orientation.
It was a bad idea. Not only is the Gulf of Mexico not in the
That's
background.
not your only bad idea, but
Yeah. But the sun, I just, I don't know why I try and change things. The sun didn't
you're not
work.
so good with the
And look at all these people wearing
orienteering
winter
stuff.
jackets out in front
Well,
of us.
it is a little, it's a little chippy, but
You-
it's gonna warm up.
You
And
could-
if you need a sweatshirt,
We
we
have-
have plenty.
Well, not plenty. We sold quite a few, but you could always tell the people that are from Chicago or Minnesota or Wisconsin, they have shorts on. You could always tell the people
Or they're
that are
wearing Packers
yeah.
suits.
You can always tell the people that are from Florida because they're in winter clothes with long jackets on and
Yeah, why do you have that jacket on?
Janelle's she said she had thermal underwear on in Florida. It's like it's when the
And
temperature.
not to mention the fact that she jumped, I believe, into the waters of Antarctica not too long
Yeah.
ago. So
You're-
I'm there's a disconnect
You
there.
have to be on your best behavior. Your dad is watching from
Oh.
Central Florida in Orlando. And so there's so many things going on Fort Myers Beach. As you know, the Putt and Pub is back. It's today. It's already underway. I think there are 10 holes, right? There's 77 teams.
Wow.
If you see people dressed up in goofy costumes, they're not hammered yet. Well, they might be hammered, but they're out doing the Putt and Pub all over Fort Myers Beach. It's all to raise money for the Fort Myers Beach Women's Club. We're also raising money for the Women's Club today. It's $10 for 3 tickets, and we're giving away 75 passes to the beach club across the street. If you didn't see my walk around with David yesterday at the beach club, you should go.
Came home all verklempt
Oh my
over
God,
it.
I was
You were
crying.
Like, wow.
Because I walked out and I realized I'm never going to be let back in again. I mean, they're never going to let me back in. It was so nice. I said, the thing doesn't work. I can't get out. I can't get out. No, it really is so nice over there. The view. And I mean, they paid attention to so many details, but we're giving away 75 passes to the pool. And it's for the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. You can use your passes on any of those days. You can't transfer them to a different day. You can transfer them to a different person as long as we know who that is before we give the pass out. We're going to do 25 passes right after we interview David and Yanir from Margaritaville. They run this place, baby. So let me give you David and Yanir. Give them a big round of applause. Yeah. The pool was outstanding. And, the best part about it is if you go to the pool, the bathrooms are really, really close. I mean, and, you have to have bathrooms that are really, really close.
The bathrooms at the pool or
Yeah,
upstairs
at the
too?
pool. There's
Because
bathrooms
the
right over
ones
there, too.
upstairs are nice too.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do your makeup, you should go to the upstairs bathroom because you can see everything in those upstairs bathrooms. Nothing is left uncovered.
When you go to the bathrooms here, you find yourself, it's so nice.
We do a lot of potty talk.
Yeah,
So
you go
welcome
to
to the show.
You find it's so nice. You find yourself cleaning up. Like, okay, somebody left
I
water
know.
on the countertop there. I
Yeah.
got to clean it up. Hey, who
Yep.
dropped the paper towel on the floor? What the hell? I mean, what kind of mess is this? Pick that stuff up.
No, I think that's the right thing to do. If water splashes, just wipe it
down,
up
yeah.
so that the next person doesn't walk up and gets a big water stain on their shirt. It's a
Yeah.
whole big thing.
David, how are you, man?
Excellent. How are you?
A lot of great feedback from the pool. And I would like for David to announce to everybody in the crowd and all the people watching when
Uh-oh.
the beach club opens.
The beach club officially opens on the 26th.
The
Nice.
26th.
Can you hear me? How about now?
All
Is that
right.
Good.
better?
Sound check person over here. Thank you.
We want everybody
so the
to hear.
Beach Club officially opens on the 26th to hotel guests and those listeners that are going to get a ticket from you today, Ed. And then on the 29th, we've officially opened to the public. So,
Oh, nice.
yes. And we're excited. We did a nice walkthrough yesterday.
Oh yeah, big crowd watching, a lot of positive feedback. And Yanir, you're going to be, or can I just call you Bob?
You can call me Bob. Not
Yeah.
a problem.
No, use his regular name.
No, well, David
How
was
do you
Yen
pronounce-
Year.
David was joking around before, like he had
Yen,
5 names
year.
or something.
Just with the
Yen,
Y.
like a Chinese, the money, and year for like year.
Yes.
The
Wow,
year.
perfect.
Yen year.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
So you're basically running that ship over there, right?
Yeah, I will be overseeing the beach club operation with all my team. So we are very excited to have the facility and have everything set and ready for the resort guests coming on the 26th. And they're going to be also there on the 25th and then open the doors to all the locals and the public on the 29th.
Sweet. So
What can people look forward to if they didn't get to see the video? So is it an infinity pool? Because he's like, it just doesn't look like it has an end. I said, I think that's what they call an infinity pool.
It is a resort style pool, but you can also call it an infinity pool if you want to.
Yeah,
So
'cause
they
it's
have a
even.
zero gravity
Mhm.
on the main entrance. So you can call it infinity pool. Yeah.
And then how deep is it? Like there's no diving allowed.
There is no diving allowed on the pool.
It's like a relaxing thing. It's not like Olympic swimming kind of style. It's relaxing.
I would call it more like a family style pool. So
Okay.
for everyone with their family, their kids, just to go there and have fun and enjoy the amenities.
it's more like a drinking pool, really.
If you want, you're in Margaritaville, so you can
You
call it a
can't, you
drinking
can't
pool.
hurt yourself in the pool.
Nobody. Yeah, look at
So you
David.
can drink while you're in the pool.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
David showed me yesterday where there's like a ledge before you get in the pool where you put chairs in there.
It's
And you-
called a sun shelf, right? There's chairs that go on top of the shelf. It's about 4 inches deep. You can lie on top of it, or you can use one of the chairs that's right there.
Nice. And we saw that the 5 o'clock somewhere bar has how many stools? I mean,
There's
and
59 bar stools.
59 bar stools. Wow.
You just couldn't fit in one more to make it an even 60?
I exaggerated yesterday.
We
Oh.
called it 60.
Oh.
There's codes, dear. You got to follow codes.
We're
on
going
this
to
beach.
buy one more. Just round off that number.
Like
And
a real skinny one.
if you
just
hadn't
like
seen
a
the-
child could sit on.
And it's almost a little bit elevated, but the view of the beach from that seated area is unbelievable.
Bartender has the best view.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Well, they'll be too busy to take in the view, though.
I think so.
and I know, let's talk about the entertainment that you're planning.
So right now for the beach club, we are planning to have live entertainment every single day. So it's going to be from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. every day. We're going to have bands. We're going to have DJ. We're going to have solo artists there, plus recreation activities for the entire family, around 3 to 4 activities per day.
I love that. I love that idea. I saw, I don't know if it was last week or a couple of weeks ago, somebody was setting up a game for the kids. And I think that that's so important to include, to have those activities to keep the kids busy and, not bugging their parents. I know we appreciated that when we were on vacation.
Now,
So
David, there are going to be day passes that are available for locals
Right.
or for anybody, not just for locals. And so explain people how the pricing will work, just like an airline, how the pricing will work for the day passes. And I'm going to pop the website up there while you're talking
so
about
Ed is about to, post all the information, all the frequently asked questions. There's probably a couple things that we need to add that we were talking about today. So as we get questions, we're adding them. We're trying to think of everything in advance as best that we can. But the day pass weekday price will start at $60. On the weekends, it's $75. And that's for admission into Pins Up Beach Club with the live music, activities, and exclusive access to 5 o'clock somewhere. Now,
go ahead.
local discount. You get up to, just like when you dine, you get up to 2 people get 25% off the price of the passes. You can buy them online. There's a link that you're going to be posting, or you can actually walk up to the Welcome Tiki Cabana, and you can buy them there as well.
Now, what's the capacity of the pool?
The pool itself or the whole
Like
area?
the whole, like,
The area is about 900 people.
Okay.
Wow.
And then
So
there's
plenty of space.
yeah,
How,
there's a
just out of curiosity, how many people are here local that get the 25% discount here at Margaritaville? All right, about half the people here. So you'll also get the 25% discount on the day passes
right.
when you purchase them. But
And the food and beverage. If you're local, you get a 25% discount on the
now, if you guys,
passes, and then also the food and beverage inside there.
now, if you guys hadn't seen the video, you saw or you didn't see, but the outside you have part of the sand that you own that has the chairs before the fence.
Exactly.
And
About a third of the space inside the beach club is actually on the sand, but behind the net fence. In that space, we can serve food and beverage.
We
And-
have close to 202 loungers on the sand side of the beach club.
You guys like to go with different numbers, not like capping it at 200, but 202, 59, not 60.
0.5.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
just to answer some questions on the Facebook. If you don't have a driver's license that says 33931, you can't get the discount. Just as black and white as that. You have to have a driver's license that says 33931. It can't be a phone bill, or it can't be,
An
the
electric bill,
electric bill, or
as
somebody
if
that
the condos could get electric.
Yeah, right.
Gonna
It has
say
to be
that
a
out
driver's
there.
license. It's just black and white. That's the way it is. 33931 is what you need to show on your driver's license. If you live down here in Fort Myers Beach, go get a driver's license. It doesn't. What does it cost? $80, $50? I mean, what does it cost for a driver's license? I don't know.
I don't know. The last
Yeah.
time you went to the driver's license place, he failed the test.
I was like,
He failed. He failed the eye test, and
that was one of the
had
most
to take
embarrassing
an
things.
Uber to the eye doctor.
That
to
was
get
like, wait,
glasses.
I never failed the test before. Wait,
You failed
you're
the-
rubbing my eyes out or stuff like that, or I'm going like this, like, and the lady's like, I can't give you a license because you can't see. Like, I can see just fine. Wait, I've been up all night. I never failed that license before. Now I have glasses. And you know about that smell. If you guys have been watching the show,
we have to give you an
I-
update on the smell.
at the end of the show, I need
His
to tell you
smell.
about the smell. It's bad. It's really bad.
No,
But
the
Listen.
smell here is great.
Yeah.
But the smell in his nose is
So,
all messed
for
up.
those of you that watched the show and saw the thing about the smell, so I posted just a vague thing the other day that said the smell is back. And of course, people are like, wait, I'm on Fort Myers Beach. What smell? Where is it? So I had to
No.
take it down because they might have thought it was red tide or something like that. And I don't want to scare anybody away. But enough about us. So
So he
No,
got
this is fascinating.
yes,
Keep
yes.
keep
So he
going.
got his smell evaluated,
no.
and now he's on a bunch of antibiotics.
Hey, wait, say that. No, it's a long story for the end because I've never been on any prescription drugs in my life until this week. So
Not
but
in
that's-
your life when
yeah.
you were a kid. Oh,
please.
dear.
Yeah, I broke my arm, but I put
Oh,
it back
I
in
know.
place by myself. I
And
didn't need
so
a
your
doctor
parents
for that.
said, "Give me a magazine and wrap it
Here,
up, and I'll tape
We've
it
got
up."
guests here. They've got a
They're
hotel to run.
fascinated by it.
So
No, the smell here is great.
Yeah.
Tell us about. I'm fascinated by that because if you guys pay attention, you'll kind of get a wafting of like grape, or you'll smell something. It's very. Yeah. What is the name of the smell? I'm real-
Margaritaville signature smell. So.
Oh,
Well, there's a- they have a name
Margaritaville's
for it.
signature
Never named
smell.
that.
Like Scentology is like a big thing. So when you go
Yes.
into different stores, even car
Yeah.
companies use the smell, but Margaritaville has a signature smell.
And
No
it's
kidding.
you
All
can
the
hear
candles
it
in the gift
over.
shop?
So we sell candles at the spa with the same scents that we are using.
Wow, I didn't know that.
We're gonna get you one.
Yeah, I
I
need
know,
one of
I
those.
know.
How about
I
that?
brought it up a couple of times. I mean,
She's
when-
hinting that she wants a candle,
Yes.
basically.
a couple of times over at the restaurant, you walk by and you're like, there it is. It is very important to have that component. And you, with your nerve damage now, are going to be just smelling
You
trash.
know, one of the things
so.
I thought about this morning when I couldn't fall asleep because I'm on all these drugs now is that my mother, when we were growing up, she used to have this little purple thing. I think it was called Visine, right? You stick it in your nose for and it
Purple?
cleared the smell cleared out your nose or your sinuses or something like Vicks. Is that what it was or
Vicks.
something?
It's
Instead-
not purple, it's
It
blue.
said now because she said I'm going to be fine if I just sniff coffee grounds the whole day. So I'm walking around with these coffee grounds from the Beach Baptist all day long, but it didn't work. So
Well, but you probably have
we're-
nerve damage
dear,
because you
stop
waited
talking
too
about the
long.
nerve damage when we're talking about the
Anyways,
resort.
about the beach club.
So let's
You will
have,
not get nerve damage at the beach club. You
No.
will have a fantastic time. You'll be relaxed. The
I don't-
smell will be
yeah.
fantastic. You can dip
I don't
your
know
toe
how
in
many-
the pool.
I don't know how many people I've told this to you like 15 times. It's crazy sick driving by that pool when you see how fabulous it looks. And you can't, it's like
You're gonna be
you
stuck.
can't not look when you're walking by or driving by. It just looks that nice. So again,
It's
tell
so
everybody.
good.
I can't smell
He
anything.
has smells issues, so
Same thing.
Oh my God,
All right,
If
it's
anybody
so
wants
can we
to
good.
have the-
smell
can we
the
have the
signature
bag?
Smell
candle,
the candle. It's
Yeah,
so good.
there you go. That's called marketing right
this
there.
is for
Smell
you.
it.
This
Thank
is a
you.
special
Buy it.
gift for you
Oh,
for
thank
putting
you.
up with
so
him.
much.
When
also come with the Margaritaville logo as
Sweet.
well.
Love
It's
it.
a perfect gift
Man.
as well.
So there's only
Bigger
one.
candle.
There's only
I need a
one.
bigger candle.
There's only one part of the beach club that's not going to be open until June that you mentioned yesterday, and that's the
Salty Rim.
okay.
So there's a Salty Rim walk-up bar inside the beach club that we're working on right now. So that delay caused this little bit of a delay. So
Okay.
the bar part will probably open in about 8 weeks. And then there's a little kitchen that's going to serve gourmet hot dogs and pizza
Nice.
that you can only
Huh.
get inside there. So
And the you have cabanas, 6 cabanas, and what's in the
we have
cabanas?
8 cabanas.
8 cabanas.
I think
You're
you're
gonna
gonna
use-
need more cabanas.
What do you have in the
right?
cabanas?
So
TVs.
Right now we have 8 cabanas. We're gonna be using one of those cabanas for massages. So we're gonna be offering couple
Ooh.
massages there and single massages. We're gonna have a special poolside menu for that cabana. So those gonna be specific services that you can only get at Margaritaville and also at the Fins Up Beach Club. And
Nice.
all the cabanas will come with a TV. They will have their own safe.
Do they have a fridge?
Fan.
A little mini fridge?
They will have a mini fridge with water and sodas, and also we are putting a fruit plate and a cheese
Wow.
plate as well as
Wow.
part of the cabanas.
Sweet. Okay.
And a helicopter ride. You can
Yes.
just land right on there.
I'll never forget during the grand the ribbon cutting. Are you having a ribbon cutting? We're talking about that or not?
We're going to do some type of a little splash when we open. No
Okay.
pun intended, but
Okay.
we're going to do something.
It's going to be a
Are
little.
you going to cannonball into the pool?
It's only 3.5 feet deep, so I don't want to break my back. No, that's not a good way to open it.
I'll never forget the ribbon cutting. Did you guys watch the ribbon cutting? It was over in the cabana over there, whatever you call that, the wedding area over
Yeah,
there.
the pavilion.
And there was this palm tree that was they were trying to find the perfect spot for it. It's just behind Tom, as Tom is saying that
we needed to tell the landscaping company just take a 30-minute break while we were doing the speeches.
no, it was
for that.
perfect. It
I
was
know.
so perfect. So again, announce the date, and then we're going to pull the first 25 tickets, and we hope you guys will buy the day pass. It's been 9 years in the making, and the beach club is going to open next week, and it's just going to be fabulous. The weather is going to be great. It's never going to rain again for the rest of this year. We had enough rain, and we hope you guys support Margaritaville, and that starts when.
Well, and have a good time. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
you're going to have a good time over there.
Yeah.
Tickets go on sale 26th.
26
and you're going to be giving some away.
right now. So
the night after the Wolf Moon.
Oh, really?
I know,
Of course.
I know.
Everybody
I'm
knows
gonna
the wolf.
kayak
That's
that
why
night.
we picked it.
That is why you
26th.
did it. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Good to see
everything.
you.
And thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
having
much.
us. Big hands
you,
for
everyone.
David and Yanir. And again, we're going to get our
Yen
goal.
year.
Yanir. Our goal today is to
Year.
raise $1,000. That's what we're trying to
Thank
do.
you so much.
We're trying to raise $1,000. It's all going to the Fort Myers Beach Women's Club. And the dates, you have to use these tickets on the 26th, the 27th, or the 28th. You can win more than one. I mean, obviously,
And we're available if you win. We would love to
Yes,
accompany.
we'll be standing outside looking in. You can win more than one, and once your ticket is pulled, we're putting it back in, so the odds will remain the same. So you don't have to worry about that. And Dave, we're gonna pull some now. So if we could have that bag, we're gonna pull them now
Well,
and
they're
get
just
your.
getting the last ones
That's all
in
right.
there.
We're gonna pull them and
Why don't
what-
you do one of your little ads there?
little ads, dear. How dare you? Then Mark Dorston is going to come on. We're going to talk a little bit about insurance, and you know how much I love insurance companies and how they've helped people on the island. And we're going to have Ed Schoonover on, and Ed is trying to run for the town council open
He's not
seat.
trying. He's running.
He is actually running.
Running.
He's not really running because it's not an election, but he's
well, and
up
he's
for that
not.
spot.
You know, you're not running.
Yes, you're right there. He's not
But
running.
you're
If you've
throwing
seen
your
Ed-
hat in the.
If you've seen Ed, he's probably never run. Oh, he used to run marathons, right? He used to run marathons. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
a
done
runner.
and Tough Mudders and the whole
Oh,
thing.
here we go. Oh,
Dave Nussbaum, everybody. Packers fans.
There's a whole big group
Folks.
over here.
When I watched that game last weekend, I could not
That
believe what I
was
saw. I mean,
insane.
all of a sudden, your love guy comes to life. All right, we're gonna have to do this rapid fire. We need a helper. Can we have one of the kids come up? No, they said
Okay.
no. They're not coming up here.
Nope,
You're
they're
scared.
not coming up.
Pull them out, dear. Pull out 5 at a time. We're gonna pull out 5 at a time.
5.
Yes, and what I need is the paper so that I can make a mark on who wins. So if I could have that notebook, the resort is going to call you, and I don't know if they're going to send you some card or something, but they'll contact you. Now that's why I took your phone number down. Not that I want to call you or anything. All right, here we go. It looks like every ticket begins with 737.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah. So the first one is 4482. 4482 is the first one. The second one,
Wait,
actually, Julie,
wait.
if you could, how much money have we raised so far?
I didn't count it.
If you could count it while we're calling out the numbers.
Wait, is somebody got 4482?
4482. Okay, we
All
have
right,
our first winner.
woo!
4429. Anyone have 4429?
Wait. Dave's got it.
All
Nice
right,
job.
Very
Wait,
nice.
4. Oh boy, 66.
4466 is the
Right
third
here
one.
in the front.
Come on down. We just need to make a mark next to their name. Just make a mark next to their name.
4521.
4521 is the fourth one. Anyone have 4521? All right, we have 4 winners so far. 4435. 4435.
Yeah, there you go. It's going to be their anniversary.
All you need to do is make a mark next to their name that they're a winner. All right, 5 more, dear. Let's go. That was 5. 5 more.
Oh, 5.
We're going to do 25
You
right now.
better stop trying
25.
to boss me around like that.
25.
Just give me a minute.
We got to get this show on the road. We have a putt and pub to go. Is anyone participating in the putt and pub today, or are you just
You're not
drinking all
going to
day?
be walking in a minute.
Oh, there goes all the ads.
Hey.
We will not be reading any ads today.
There's 2 new ones.
All right. The next winner is 4525. 4525. Anybody have 4525? All right, you got one for you and your girlfriend, baby.
He's got 2. Yeah.
He's got 2. You can get as many as you want. Well, not as many as you want, as many as you win. 4567. Anybody? 4567 is the next one. That's 2. All right. We have another winner.
It's my turn.
All right.
now.
I don't
Get
want it
outta
to
here.
blow away.
4. Oh gosh. 4452.
4452. You can still buy more tickets if you want. We're hoping to raise $1,000. Anyone
Where's
have
4452?
44? All right, come on down.
You guys got a cheer or something. Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
thought the show was dying.
Here we go.
Well, the show is dying.
4477.
4477.
Yay!
All right, very nice. Come on down.
Come
Here,
on.
give me the tickets so they
Shut
don't blow
up.
waste.
4.
Give me the tickets. I'm putting them in my pocket.
You
so they
read
don't
that
blow
one. I gotta
What's
get my
wrong with your
glasses
eyesight?
on.
Oh, you're bitching at me before that I can't see when I'm driving. You can't read these tickets.
You can't see distance. You can see up close.
4
Look at it real close.
4559. 4559.
Hey, congratulations.
Very nice. So how many was that?
That was all of them.
That was 10.
That was 10.
All right. We need 15 more. We're doing 25 at a time.
Oh my Lord. Wow.
I don't know how many times I said we're doing 25
you
at
guys,
a time.
You guys are all going to have a good
Just hand them
hangout
to me and I'll
time.
read them. Yeah, drink up, people. I mean, what
How
else
many?
are you going to do? All right, here we go.
Wait,
The next
how
winner
many are up
is,
to?
this is number 11, 4386. 4386. All right, come on down. All you need to do is mark it off. Marie, if they win more than one, just mark them twice. All right, number 12 is 4380. They're here more for the tickets. They're not here for the show. They're here for the tickets. All right, we got one of our Packers fans, 4380. That is 12 in the can.
All right, 4389.
4389. All right, very nice. That's 13.
4484.
Number 14 is 4484. Anyone have 4484?
There you go. Nice.
Marie, you checking these tickets? I mean, holy crap. You guys could
These
be just
people
raising
aren't
your
gonna
hand.
lie.
No, you're all honest. That was 14.
4487.
4487. Anyone have 4487? Yes, that's 15, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, we got a
God.
winner
We
right here.
left him with the math, you guys. This is
14
not
or
good.
15. It's close enough.
4404.
4404, number 16. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
The Schoonover wife. 4464.
Did say her name? Janelle won.
Janelle won. All right, I'm taking this one. 4562. 4562. Nobody 4562. You have to be present to win. Anybody 4562. All right. All right.
4578.
4578. We're going to do two more and then stop. Very nice. The day passes must be used on those 3 days. You can transfer them to a friend. You cannot transfer them to another date. That's the rules that I've been given from.
I mean, unless you have a date, you can give it to your date, but you
Yes.
can't transfer it for another day of the
Right.
week. 4478.
4478. All right.
And the last one.
Thank you, Julie. I like my jacket too. Last one for now.
4563.
4563. Anyone have 4563? Got to be present to win, or we're going to pull another one. 4563. All right, we got it. All right. All right, I'm going to read an ad. Take a break.
Okay.
Go mingle with the people. Before we get to Mark Dorston, remember, we have 50 more passes to give away. 50 more passes. You can buy more tickets if you want. Julie, how much money have we raised so far? $620? We've raised $620. Our goal today is $1,000 for the Women's Club on Fort Myers Beach. So if you want to buy more tickets to increase your chances, or maybe you have a family that you want to bring along to the beach club, Tri-Town Construction is one of our sponsors, everybody. They offer modular and typical home construction, including ICF block. They're homegrown and here to stay. They are rebuilding Southwest Florida, and they've been a big part of the community since 2006, always giving back whenever they can. Give Tri-Town Construction a call, because you know where they are right now. They're sitting in traffic on Estero Boulevard waiting for you to call. Because who isn't sitting in traffic on Estero Boulevard right now? Which is nice to see that people are back. And the phone number is 239-895-2058. That's 239-895-2058. I know I have. Oh, yes. Jorge Barrera is also sponsoring the show. He's been on the show a million times. You see his billboards and his pictures all around town on the signs because he's buying and selling homes. There are a lot of homes for sale here on Fort Myers Beach. And you can get them for a pretty penny if you got a pretty penny, or a few million pretty pennies. What?
Do you know how people get their passes?
Yes, I am going to explain how you get your passes. Jorge Barrera was a wonderful person to work with, this 5-star review says. He was very patient, as well as he looked at many houses that were, we were in town for only a couple of days. He honed in on what they were looking for, and I think I knew who that is. She might even be in this audience right now. There she is right there. Jorge is very knowledgeable. He's got really cool shoes. Wow, was that in the review? I didn't know that. He dresses really cool. Wow. And he would definitely be recommended for your realtor. Give Jorge Barrera a call. Check him out online at jorgebarrera.com. All right, here's the skinny on. We have your phone numbers, and the resort is going to call you and tell you, okay, here's what you need to do to either get your pass, or they're going to give you something so that when you come on the 26th, the 27th, or the 28th, you can pick your day. This is how you're going to get in, whether it's through a driver's license. It's going to be pretty simple, but we're taking your information down, and we're going to give it to the resort so that you know it's going to be easy. So, and you guys are going to be like, again, one of the first folks to get into the beach club and sit in that pool. So, and it is heated, by the way, in case you didn't know that. It is a heated pool. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Dorston is our next guest, and big hand for Mark. Yeah, Mark's been helping a ton of people on Fort Myers Beach. It's 11:30 now, so I have to alert our affiliates down the line that we're going to be running a little over today, so be prepared for that. We have no affiliates, but I always wanted to say that. We have exactly 0 affiliates. Mark.
Should we call CBS and let them know to run
Yes.
run a little behind?
We're on the network
Sure.
news
Yeah.
a little later than usual. Mark, how are you, man?
I am good.
Mark Dorston is from Dorston Claims. Mark was one of the first sponsors
Mhm.
we had when we really accelerated the show after the storm, whatever it was, 14 or 15 months ago, 480
More than
days
that.
ago. And he's a public adjuster. And, most people had no idea what to do when their homes were destroyed. And Mark was there to help us explain to them what they might need to do when their insurance companies were sticking it to them in the you-know-what.
I just want to ask you before you get launching into all of that business, where are you originally from and how long have you been kind of transplanted down here for this storm event?
For the storm, we came back. I grew up in Ohio and I moved here in '89.
OH.
Yeah, Ohio.
Thank you.
And I launched my first boat over at Olson's, and I lived on that for a few years. And then I had my second boat. I moved to Pine Island because they had a marine railway, and it was a trimaran. This is
Okay.
all very important stuff.
I
And
clearly.
and then my wife and I, who's right over there, that young lady, we moved up to
Beautiful.
Panama City for Michael, and then we moved back for Ian. And now it's embarrassing to admit, but we live up near Gainesville where a hurricane can't hit us.
Oh wow. Yeah. You're pretty safe there.
Well,
I
we did that because if our house gets destroyed, then we can't help anybody else.
Right.
So we made a conscious effort to move and try to avoid the hurricanes for our own house. Because now we've got, this way we can come in, because when we were here, we stayed, and Nolan and Jamie are going to be back. They're home for the holidays, but they're going to be back out here in a couple of weeks, because we've still got a lot of stuff to finish up.
So, Mark, what is a public adjuster?
Okay, what we do is we represent homeowners and policyholders against the insurance company or with the insurance company. And I do that. I'm also do what's called expert witness through my general contracting company. And so that's the next step. So, and the part of what I'm here for today is to talk about flood reports, which is something I do more through the expert witness and the GC. But a public adjuster, we do everything from look at your policy, see what your options are, what your coverages are, what your exclusions are. And there are things called sublimits where they'll pay, so much for water, and they'll pay so much for collectibles.
or they'll
and
pay
contents.
nothing for this and nothing for that.
Well, and the insurance companies, they kind of change the rules as it goes
Yeah.
on, and
So,
they change the rules.
People that pay their
Here we go.
okay, dear. I'm trying to make a point, and why do you always
Okay.
got to be like that? People that what
There are
do you call
children.
what you pay an insurance company? What do
Your
you call it?
premiums.
When people that pay their premium don't get to say, I don't feel like paying my premium this month. I'm going to change it. I'd like to pay it this month and that month. No, they just have to pay what the insurance Nazis tell them they have to pay, or else they have nothing.
Insurance is a moral contract. You trust the insurance company to pay your claim when they send it in, and they trust you not to file a false claim. So there's morality on both sides, and it works as long as both sides behave morally.
There's not morality on both sides,
Well-
Mark. Come on.
The intent. There's
No, the intent that,
Yeah.
when you have a first world country, you have insurance,
yeah.
and it takes insurance to have a first world country.
Yeah.
And I won't give you, I'll save the dissertation, but that's the basic ground rules.
So what happened was a Category 5 hurricane with flood and wind came through
Yeah.
Fort Myers Beach, damaged pretty much every structure, and the insurance companies went running like little sissy Marys and decided they weren't going to help anybody.
I don't
Well-
know if all of them did that. Were there some? Do you know? Were there some insurance companies that acted with integrity? Dare I use that word in
Well, you
combination?
understand, according to the state regulations, I'm not allowed to badmouth an insurance company.
Oh, okay.
They can badmouth me, but I'm not allowed to badmouth them.
I see.
Can
so-
you give like initials or no? Just not even close.
Well, here's the point.
Be general. Be general.
Insurance companies, as a rule, don't want to pay premiums. I mean, back when we were, well, at least when I was young, insurance companies considered it their job to pay premiums. And along came this big consultant named McKinsey and Company and said, wait a minute, you're not in the business to insure people. You're in the business to make money. And if you can cut it from the high 90s or mid 90s back in the 70s, if you can pay 2% less, look at what your bonus is going to be. And this is all you've got to do. And we've
Who
had
was
this big consulting company that works with almost all the insurance companies.
Well,
so they
I
got
want
them
to find where they are and knock them right out.
so they got the ball rolling to where each successive manager, in order to get his bonus and his stock options, had to go from 90 to 89 to 88, and now depending upon which study you read, we're in the mid 30s. So they
Mark,
pay 30% of every dollar.
Mark, I think some of these insurance executives should go to jail. I mean, they should be perp walked. They should go to Marcino's motel. They should be cleaning garbage off the side of the road for the way they treated these people. They've gotten in cahoots with each other to say, okay, you tell them it wasn't wind. I'll tell them it wasn't flood.
I don't know if they've done that.
I mean, come
but
on. I mean, it's crystal clear what happened. It's crystal clear. Just look at somebody's house or look at a building or look at Times Square. You can't make any of that up.
Well, yes, but remember now, in one legislative session, they spent $24 million, or at least that's the generally accepted rule. So,
Well, what do you mean they spent?
In
You mean-
lobbying
in
money.
lobbying.
Okay.
In lobbying money? But when you start talking about the wind flood, that's part of what I really want to talk about, because you
Right.
got a lot of listeners who, when they got their paperwork and they got this very authoritative engineering report, and they got these cover letters. We had one lady who had a cover letter that says the water was 12 feet high on your street. Well, that implies that the water was 12 feet high on her street, because that's what the letter said. Well, the reality was her street was at 6 feet. You could walk underneath her stilled house, which means it was over 6 feet. So therefore, if you figure that her floor elevation was 7 feet and she had a 6 foot flood on a 6 foot street, the water never touched her floor. It never even touched the floor framing.
I think you should just go with that, because he cannot do the math on
That's
that.
okay.
But yeah,
Here's the point: is I've had cases where I've gone out and met the engineer. They'll go and find a flood line. I come back at night with a laser level. We shoot it across the street at the house, and lo and behold, it never touched the floor. But the house is knocked down. So if the house was knocked down and the water never touched the floor, what knocked the house down?
The wind.
Okay. So now I've got another one. And I go into the house and I look. The house is all askew. One end's on the ground, the other end's piled on some debris, 3 or 4 feet high. We walk in and there's a water line, and it goes right across the house parallel to the floor. And it's about 4 feet here and 2 feet here. When did that house fall down? It fell in 4 feet of receding water,
Mm-hmm.
which means that when the flood came, the flood went, the house was fine. And then the wind comes and the house falls down into 4 feet of dirty water. And that's why you get this it's parallel to the ground, but it's non-parallel to the floor, because the house fell into the water. If you walked into your house and it was on the ground and the flood line was on the ceiling, that means your house fell into the flood water.
Mhm.
If you had a flood line that was parallel to the ground or was not on your ceiling, then your
was
house
flood.
fell after the flood left. And we're talking about stilled houses.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have an exterior flood line 2 feet above the finished floor, it takes about 2 feet of water to float a house off the stilts. And we've got people who say, well, the water was, 8 inches deep. Well, I know, but that isn't enough to float the house off the stilts. That's not enough uplift. There's then there's the NHC video that everybody's been passing around, where it actually said in the National Hurricane Center report that, oh, gee, look at how the flood knocked the house down. It was the video, right here on Estero
Mhm.
Boulevard. And if you go to my website, I have a whole analysis I wrote on
Are
it.
you talking about video?
yeah.
of the-
Remember those guys climbed up and
Yeah.
put that
Yeah, it was
camera up
it was in
there?
a room. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It
Well,
was in the video. It was in the movie that Sheena was in
It was-
afterward. What was
Yeah.
that one called? Was on Netflix or
no, I don't know.
Amazon
I know
Prime?
I
Does
know
anybody
that-
remember the name of that movie
The End of
that Sheena was
Paradise,
in?
something like
Yeah.
that.
I know that the video was about 8 or 9 hours long. I've got the
Oh.
timestamp. It's about 4 hours and 38
So
minutes.
the point
into it.
is what? What's the
The
point?
point is that if you watch that house
Because
collapse,
whatever you said just totally confused the shit out of me. I had no
no,
idea.
here's what it gets down
The
to.
stilt and the water and the halfway down. It's like whatever you're saying. Does
It's-
that mean the insurance company's coming to my house with a check? I mean, that's what I want to know.
It means you need to rethink it. Don't accept what they said. Ask somebody, because there's a lot of holes in those engineering reports. We've got one where they've got a 7-inch flood line. The floorboards are stacked on top of the kitchen counter. 7 inches of flood didn't put floorboards on the kitchen counter. The wind did. The video, I've gone into appraisals, and the other appraiser says, well, look at that video. It shows that the flood knocked this down. I'm like, wait a minute. You go back and look at that video. The house tore off, the walls caved in, And then only after the whole house was blown apart does the floor float away.
So it's
Do you think more people have wind coverage than flood coverage, or do they?
Well, a lot of people learn the difference between pre-firm and post-firm. Pre-firm means you were built before, I think it's 1984,
Okay.
which is when the flood insurance rate map, FIRM, came in. If you're post-84, you're considered post-firm and you have much more limited coverages. We've got stilt houses out here on the beach that are post-firm that they're still getting $200,000 of reconstruction estimates post-firm, which means that's just their putting back in their electrical service, building their stairs.
Is it better to be pre or post?
It's much better to be pre because then everything's covered.
I'm totally
Okay.
confused.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. So my question that is, should people contact you now? It's not too late. Is it,
It is not too late.
It's, you can still extract money from these bloodsuckers.
We've had great luck. We just finished one up. They paid her 38 because the house was gone.
38,000.
They paid her it was about 32,000. We just went
For an entire house, that's all they paid?
It collapsed. They gave her it was all flood. We took it to appraisal. We got her 384,000.
Oh, well,
Wow.
there you
I've
go.
got another guy that was 67.2, and he's getting 968 for his house and $1.1 million for everything.
So the point really is, when they cut you a check, don't think that's we've said this. We've had this interview 1,000 times,
Yeah.
you and I. When they cut you a check, they just want you to go away.
Well-
You should get a public adjuster
Well,
because
if
he
they're
doesn't.
giving
Can I
you
finish?
67
Can I
and
finish?
it's really
Can I finish?
1.1 million. Of course they're going to
Should-
want
should
you
I
to
sit
decide
between you
that.
two?
Nah, it's all
Okay,
right.
okay.
I'll
So
knock 'em
they're
out.
just trying to get you to go away. Mark will take on your project, but he doesn't get paid. Like, you don't pay him up front. He gets a percentage on top of what you already got paid.
Or what I get, you pay me out of what I get for you. So I'm
Right.
basically working for free. What we're seeing now, the claims now,
Which means you're not going to take a case unless you know
You
you're
think
going to
get money.
well, yeah, because if you look at it, it was a Christmas party, and this guy asked me, he
Whose
works
party? Whose party was it?
I was up where I lived at Melrose Landing Air
In
Park.
Jacksonville?
No, I was up near Gainesville.
Gainesville.
Oh,
Anyways,
Gainesville.
I have a neighbor who works on electron microscopes. He goes, "What do you do?" And I says, "Well, Derek," I says, "this is December. You're going to work now, and they're going to pay you in July of 2025. That's what I do."
Yeah.
Right.
So, if you look at it, we started and we're
True.
going to get paid in a year and a half, which means a couple things. It's unfortunate for the homeowners because we're in the shared boat. I don't get paid until I produce. I'm carrying all of my expenses, but none of that matters because that's the business I'm in. What matters is the claims that we're seeing now, and the people I'm talking to, we're going out and we're looking at more technical documents. We're looking at engineering reports. We're looking at contractor estimates. And it's a little bit different game because now we're getting into causation. And so many people got these letters from their insurance companies and they're real authoritative and they send you this engineering report and the engineering report says it was flood.
Can't find good help anywhere. I'm
And then
telling
you
you.
talk to your neighbors and
I told you need to be here at 10 o'clock to help setting up with the tent.
Hang on.
10 minutes after 10 o'clock, the tent's still laying on the grass. 10
And
o'clock.
It took
You're in charge of my wife to make
It
sure she
took-
gets here at 10 o'clock.
All
You
right.
can't get her here at 10 o'clock.
It took 4 minutes
Okay.
to put up the tent.
You have to have, it's all about the
4
marketing. You gotta have the
minutes.
tent up at the right time to block the sun out.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding. We're trying to get the tickets so we can pull more winners right here, Mark.
I
Thank
know.
you.
I'm
Well,
looking,
let him finish.
All right, go ahead,
I'm
Mark.
looking
Finish
for the
up.
flood line because that's what I live for.
Go ahead.
Anyway, where were we? We were talking about, I was in a rant about don't accept the documentations that your carrier sent you. And it's not, I get deposed on this. I do this. I actually also work for insurance companies through my expert witness work. I have defense firms for insurance carriers who hire me, and it's great education. But the point is that I've done the same thing for both sides.
So you know what the other side, like if push comes to shove, you know what they're going to try to say because you have worked for them as well. And
Yeah,
so
well,
then you can counter the point to say, nah, you really need to pay.
They never quite asked me quite that way. I used to be an independent adjuster, so I worked for carriers. And then when I became a public adjuster, then I still had a law firm that kept using me. They saw my work.
Right.
and they like my work.
But when someone has, because this happened to us, well, you have your insurance, call your insurance company, they send a very nice person over.
Right.
They're like, yeah, here's your money. You should probably say, that's great, but it's like going to the doctor and getting a second opinion. You're like the doctor's second opinion, or someone like you, where it's not biased. They're not working for the insurance company. You need an unbiased opinion of what the damages are to your house.
Correct. And here's the
Okay.
thing. I've got a claim. This guy's,
I got one right. There we go.
I had a claim. We're working one right now. The guy's got about $1.3 million, $1.4 million in coverage. We're looking at the depositions. I'm getting deposed. I'm reading the depositions of the field adjusters. Our attorney, this particular one had to go to litigation. The attorney asked him, says, did you write an estimate? No. So they sent the guy out. He took some pictures, left. The insurance company said, oh, your roof was damaged. Here's $40,000. So then we get involved. They send an engineer out who identifies the flood line. And then they send another guy out. He didn't write an estimate. So the question is,
So when they don't write an estimate, are they just like going to the magic ball and they're flipping it up and over and coming up with a number? Is that what they're
here's
doing?
the question. Who wrote the estimate?
Yeah,
Was it somebody in Brazil?
it's all
Was
corrupt.
it someone at the desk?
they're all corrupt. Mark, the bottom line is it's not too late for people to call. How much money do you think that you brought people on Fort Myers Beach after the fact? Just give us a round number.
I don't know. It'd be in the
Guess,
millions,
take
a couple
millions.
$1 million. Yeah.
This is people who got an insurance check or may have not gotten an insurance check, called you, and you went after the insurance company, got them more money.
Right. I think we've got another.
If they cash their check, is
Yes,
it
ma'am.
too late then?
No, Florida does not have a cash it and close it law.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
And if your
Maybe we
insurance
should have
company,
you come to our house.
if
There-
the
there's
insurance,
nothing wrong with our house.
No,
Why do
we
you
got
keep,
a check.
why do you
so
keep-
maybe we could have gotten
keep
more.
trying to get free stuff from our
I'm not
guests?
trying to get free. I want to
got-
get free stuff from the
But there's
insurance
nothing wrong with our
company.
house.
Well, there's a
Please,
crack in
our
the
house is
garage.
still standing.
I once was married to a lady, and I said, "There's nothing wrong with our house," and she goes, "Yes, you."
Okay. Well,
But
what
never mind
Hence,
that.
you have a new wife.
That's yes.
what happened? How come you guys got separated? What went wrong?
Oh, here we go.
Uh-huh.
You
Well, I'll tell you
should
what.
not
Yeah.
have even tried that.
Don't sailboats are very hard on my first wife. I don't know if I should get into this. She
Yes,
goes,
you
I
should.
hate the boat.
Yeah.
So I sold the boat. And she goes, nah, it was you I hate. And then my second wife said, we were in Guatemala on our
how
sailboat.
long is this going to go on? I mean,
No,
how-
no, no.
I wouldn't have
So
even said that.
my second boat, she said, I'm going home for Christmas. And I said, okay, but I didn't ask which Christmas because she never came back.
wow, man.
So then I'm like, all right, write that one off. So then I sail. And
how
I'm
do
in-
you write one off? Are you just, on your
It's something
taxes,
do
you write
with a
her off
check.
or
No,
something?
no,
I
it
see.
takes a check.
How
and
much did that one cost
I
you? The
don't-
second
I
wife
prefer
cost
not
you?
to discuss that. Well, that's where I'm getting to. So I say,
How much time do y'all have?
so I sail down. I
much-
keep going.
much
I'm
more
in the country
fascinating.
of Panama. I've got a toothache. I go to the dentist.
Yeah.
I meet the dental hygienist.
Yeah.
She's kind of cute. She says, you need to stay because the dentist isn't here today, but he'll be here tomorrow. And you got to have the dentist look at your tooth.
Yeah.
And I said, I can't stay. She goes, I need to find the words to talk you into staying. I said, well, just say you'll go out to dinner with me. The only smooth moment in my entire life.
That was
You
smooth.
had some game that day.
That was
yeah?
smooth.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm so unsmooth. I'm
Yeah.
smooth.
So-
That was 25 years later.
Okay.
And so we sailed to New Zealand.
Another
then we sailed
sailboat.
to Fiji. Yes. And then we sailed back to Fiji, and then we got drunk, and at $11, we got married.
All right,
Well,
Mark.
there you
Well,
go.
I'm so happy we had you on today and brought out all of that interesting information. Do you have kids too together?
We got
No,
no.
kids together?
She had two boys. She was fully accessorized. She had
Yeah.
a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old.
Fully accessorized. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. How
Yes.
you put that together like that. So
Yes, she was fully accessorized, and now we have two boys and two grandkids.
very nice.
But
And so, Mark,
The bottom line is, if you guys have not settled, if you have any questions, if you think there's any way you can claw back some money from your insurance company, at least let him take a look at it.
Yeah.
If you've gotten, if they sent you that nice authoritative letters saying here's a few bucks, and it was, particularly if they tell you, oh, it was all flood, and your claim is never closed till you say it's closed. If you've already gotten a public adjuster or attorney, you need to let them help you. If you are curious about that, if that letter says if you got an engineering letter that says we used automated weather service, AWOS or ATIS, to determine the wind speeds, you need to know that for AWOS and ATIS uses the last, I believe,
They
3
should
minutes.
give you a call.
They use the last 3 minutes of the hour. If it's the wind gust, it's the last 15 minutes
What's
of the hour.
happening?
So what
Alex
you're looking
King.
at is
Crazy.
think of all of the ornaments you can pull if you only had to tell your wife where you were the last 3 minutes of every hour.
All right, Mark, we're running out of time here.
Yes,
How do
I
people
see that.
contact you? How do
Oh,
they?
you can, Brad's with me today, or you can call my phone, which is, what is it? 850-276-7326. You can go to dorstonclaims.com. Make sure you leave a message, and we'll get back hold of you. We'll come to your house. It'll be me, Brad, or Nolan, and we'll look at your docs.
And this marriage is solid.
This one, she's still here after 25 years.
Very nice.
Well, thank you,
Thank
so,
you
much
so
for
much.
coming
Mark
on the
Dorston,
show.
everybody.
Thank you for everything
If
you've
you
done
have
for
any
everybody on the
insurance,
beach, too.
yes. If you have any insurance questions, please talk to Mark right now, free
Or
of charge.
sailboat questions. He obviously knows a lot about sailboats
Probably-
and marriage
Probably
too.
don't want to ask about the marriage questions. I think after 1 or 2, you probably want to just rely
Don't
on your
say that.
own
My dad's
instincts.
watching.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. All right, get your tickets out, everybody, real quick. We're going to have real 5 off real quick. Again, the dates that you have to use these are the 26th, 27th, 28th. They're not transferable to a different date. You can give them to a friend or a girlfriend or mistress. I mean, we can give them to anybody you want as long as we have the names. The 737-4427 is the first one. 4427. You have to be present to win. If you're not here, you can't win, obviously. 4427. Anybody going once? Going twice. 4427 is, yeah. I should give you a little more time. You did buy a lot of tickets. Do you know what the total raised is yet? $860. Our goal is to raise $1,000, everybody. Dave, if we have $1,000 for the women's club in 2 hours, that'd be pretty cool. The next ticket is 4483. 4483. If you have yes, all right, we have another winner. All we need is for you to come over to Marie. She's going to mark your name off, and then we'll follow up with you. 4439. Anybody have 4439? Here, pick 5 more real quick. Pick 5 more. All right, Perry Hansen, 4439. Next one is 4550. 4550. Anyone? All right, back here. Come on down. You can win more than once. We want you to bring your family out to the beach club. Are you guys just raising your hand, or do you have tickets? All right. All right. Excellent. 4556. 4556. Anyone have 4556? That was 5 quick ones right there. Let's do 5 more. You want to do 5 more? Anyone have 4556? 4463. 4463. I know this isn't very entertaining for the people that are watching on Facebook, but these people are winning some great prizes. 4463. I don't think we had 4556 yet. I'm going to keep that on the side. 4463. Anybody? All right, keep that one on the side. 4616. 4616. Anybody? What? All right, we got another winner. Very nice. 4616. All right, 4442. 4442. Got a winner. All right, we're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to introduce our next guest. 2 more, 3 more. 4374. 4374. Look at your tickets. It'd be nice. You got a winner. Nice. All right, you guys are going to have a whole table. You know, obviously we want everybody to have a pass. We also want to raise $1,000, so we only need $140 more. All right, last 2. 4374. Nice. All right, 3 out of 4. 4374. 4423 is the last one for now. 4423. All right, Dave Nussbaum. How many did you guys get? No, how many did you win so far? Nice, 3. So if you win 4, that'd be great. All right, take number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, our final guest of the day, and I apologize for running this show so late, and I know you guys got plenty of things to do. Our final guest of the day is Ed Schoonover. He lives on Lagoon Road. Wow. That was a bigger round of applause than I got, bro.
Yeah. half of them didn't applaud.
And they're all your families here. Is this your? By the way, Ed is trying. He has applied for the town council seat. There is a seat that's open because Bill Veach decided he wanted to step down because of a new financial disclosure form. So there are 3 people that have put their name in. The town council votes. I think in early February they're probably going to vote. It takes
It's February 5th, I believe.
Yeah,
They'll
it takes
discuss
three votes out of the 4 sitting members now to be elected. And what happens is the seat will be filled to November. And in November, there's going to be an election for a 4-year term. So Ed is on the Anchorage Advisory Committee. He's lived on Lagoon Road since
2018.
2018.
Janelle is my second wife.
What happened to your first wife?
She left with a sailboat.
I see. Seems to be a thing. Never have a sailboat and a wife at the same time. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
So, Ed, the first question obviously is tell people about your background. What's your background? And, tell everybody about you.
How long have you lived here? That kind of stuff.
I moved here in 2018.
Okay.
Janelle is my second wife.
Oh, I know. Well, I got the Cliff Notes. Yeah.
Yes. And what was your
What
other
did you
question?
do for a living?
Okay, so I've worked in municipal operations for 25 years of my life, and then I went into the private sector and ran a family YMCA for another couple of years. And
Do you know how to do the?
no, I've never been any good at that, but I can't do it, but I can fix a treadmill.
Well, that's good.
And we've started our own property management business since I've left that place, and there's where we're at.
And so you've been here since 2018,
2018.
and you've kind of been keeping an eye on things. You guys were so gracious to me. You gave me access to the south end of the beach to talk about the birds down there. I know you've been active in that kind of stuff down there. What made you decide to kind of throw your hat into the ring here?
Well, I just figured that the council, this was a good opportunity to get a new voice and some new blood on the council for the town here.
Mhm.
I feel like I can't remember what year Fort Myers Beach was incorporated, but it seems that
90. Who in there? 99.
put it in the chat
98?
box.
Yeah. 96.
96. So we're looking at 8 years, and it seems like some of the same people are still involved from that time until today. And Janelle and I are newer to the island, and we're maybe look at things a little bit differently. And so I thought I'd throw my hat in there and see where it goes.
And what are some of the things that you're concerned about as wanting to get involved? Like what would you like to see happen if
I'd
you
like
were
to
to be
see
on
some
town
shovels
council?
in the ground, and we'd start getting some of these projects done. We're sitting here at Margaritaville. It's a beautiful place. It should have been done 3 years earlier. We sit and we go through all of these processes for these developments and everything. These people are coming to us and they're saying, hey, I want to invest $100 million in your community. And our leaders are saying, well, we'll do that for you if you'll do this for us. We should be rolling out the red carpet for these developers, and we should. Ed's running back now.
Well, but
Let's
But
get some
part of-
shovels in the ground and let's get working here in Fort Myers Beach.
right. And part of when a development comes in and they go through the CPD process, part of that is what is the public benefit going to be? So are you in favor of developers providing some public benefit to get some leeway?
I'm in favor of the developers paying taxes so my tax bill goes down.
Okay. Well, there you go. So what impact fees?
What
you
about them?
Would you be in favor of them paying higher impact fees or
I think we've got so many rules and regulations stuck in every little niche in this community that impact fees is probably just another one.
that you can take that one?
All right.
All
Let's.
right.
So yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw. Yesterday was a pretty big deal on Fort Myers Beach. London Bay revealed what they want to propose on the Outrigger property, and in it, Times Square and Santini Plaza, and the Outrigger are like the 3 most asked about properties. And I'm gonna pop the picture up for the people that are on Facebook so they can see the picture of what the Outrigger is proposing. And the one building that they're proposing is 15 stories above 2 floors of parking. And They've got a hotel, and they're going to try and keep the outrigger vibe alive, and they've got a lot of greenery and a lot of shrubbery, and they're going to do a presentation for the community on January 31st. So Ed, you see that building right there? Thank you. And you vote yes or no?
I'm a yes.
You're a yes for that.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Why are you a yes for that?
I think it's a beautiful building. But one thing I want to point out is anytime there's one of these large buildings that comes to our town, they're always just happy to stick it on the south side. I live on the south side. My view out the front after the hurricane, I can now see the lagoon, but I can't see the back bay. I can see about 6 condos, and I can see the Gulf from the would be the front of our house right here. I can see the Gulf from the front of my house because a lot of landscaping was taken out from the hurricane.
Right.
But nobody cares about our view on the south end. And this guy's he wants to build on the south end, and we love it down there. We'd love more restaurants. We'd love a couple to open up. The traffic in this town is so bad, and I think that's one of the major things we need to work on here.
Yeah.
And if we can get at least one more restaurant down there, and this guy wants to build it, I'm all for it.
So you think that if you were on the town council, you would try and figure out a way to get these 2 buildings approved somehow within the land development code, a comprehensive plan, so that they're able to build what they're asking for now as it is?
Yeah, I think that the town needs to do a lot of work on revising these codes and maybe updating them so that it's easier for, and I don't like calling them developers, I'd rather say investors, to come into our town and invest their money in this town, give people jobs, help pay taxes around here so we're not footing the whole bill.
Gotcha. Okay, go ahead, dear.
Now you're not currently working now, is that correct? I mean, you guys have a business, but do you have the time to dedicate to being on town council? Because it is a lot of time.
Yeah,
it is a lot of time.
I have plenty of time, and I can still run our businesses at the same time.
Okay, so
I'm
there's
more
no
than willing to put in at least, I think it'd be a 7 or 8 month commitment to fill this seat. I'm more than willing to do that.
So wow,
thank you.
Look at that. You got voters
I
here
love
ready.
this crowd.
Yeah. So you have 7 months or so to fill the seat. Let's say you really get into it. You like how things are going. You're popular in the community. People are asking you for your autograph, the whole thing. Would you run?
If I felt that I had a chance to get elected, and you never know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I would consider running again. I'm really kind of baffled why that's even a question.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally on the application.
Yeah.
Would you run for the seat again? Well, what does it matter how you answer that one?
Right.
Yes, no, I don't know. I wrote maybe.
Good.
Because I might,
Yeah.
I might not. I don't know.
I think the vice mayor.
What do you want to know?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think the vice mayor
Why
said.
why is that a thing? Did somebody do that somewhere, sometime, or something like that?
No, I think some municipalities, when they have a situation like this, they want somebody in that position that doesn't run, so that it's not an unfair, the incumbent doesn't have an unfair chance. But
in what way would it be an unfair advantage?
Well, incumbents always have more, more visibility. They're
But you
seeing
wouldn't
it
be
on.
an incumbent. I mean, everyone in town would know that.
Listen,
you
man,
were
why are you
appointed.
arguing with me? You asked me a question. I tried to give you a friggin' answer, and you don't want my answer. I'm just giving you what the answer is.
I'm just not agreeing with what I'm not picking
No,
up what you're throwing down.
All right, I'm
I'm
just.
not picking up
listen,
what you're putting down.
if you get in and you decide to run, nobody's going to hold it against you. So I don't think you should worry about that. Go ahead, dear.
No, I was one
Go
of the
ahead.
questions we sent you was, what do you think of the town manager?
I don't know enough about Andy to really have an opinion on him. He came in kind of last minute at one of our last meetings in the Anchorage committee and was trying to explain what the dredging, where we're at with dredging. I don't know enough about Andy and Frankie to really give an opinion on, but I will say this about the other town employees. I feel that some of them have been publicly, people have gone after them publicly and from committees. And I don't think it's not
Can
only
you
is
be
it,
more specific what you're talking about?
no, I think everybody knows what I mean.
No, not everybody. See, we have new followers every day. So what do you mean by that? And what should be done about it when that happens?
I don't know if you can do anything about that. If he could admonish a committee member for,
Oh, you can. It's about to happen. That shit's going down. That's for sure. That's
well,
going down.
I can just
tell you
say
it's
this
going
from
down.
my experience. I've been to 3 or 4 AAC meetings now, and Chad Schutz does a fantastic job for the town of Fort Myers Beach, and so does Austin.
Yeah, there's no doubt
Very
about
nice.
it. They do a great
So
job.
you're currently, experience wise in the town of Fort Myers Beach, you're currently on the Anchorage Committee, correct?
That's correct.
And how long have you been on the Anchorage Committee? And for those who might not know what that committee does, can you just kind of tell us a little bit?
They were going to throw the replay back.
Oh, as long as they're not throwing tomatoes, we're good.
I've been on the Anchorage Committee for, I think it's 3 meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just was named recently.
So the reason that you got involved, I don't know if I apologize if I missed this, was because you
Did
really
you have to go to the bathroom?
I know. Where were
did.
you?
I did. It's all
He's
these
got a very
prescription
small
drugs.
bladder.
No, it's the prescription
It's a-
drugs I'm
It
taking.
is
It's
That's
not.
making me.
You're
listen,
on an
you guys are gonna-
antibiotic and you're on
Please,
prednisone.
dear, don't give away the
me a
story
break.
about the whole. It's a very fascinating story about
Oh,
going to the doctor. Yeah,
fascinating.
I mean, and I still smell the smell. But hold on for that. That's going to be fascinating after this
That's you
fascinating
waited
interview.
Too long.
You decided that you wanted to kind of get more involved because of the way you were treated by the previous government.
Yes, that's true in part. We were trying to build a pool on our property. I hate the word regime, but it seems to suit the last group that was running this town. We were asking for a pool that went out no further than our permanent structure, and all we heard from this town is no, no, no.
Right. A little different now. I mean, at least that's a vibe I get from the residents. It's very different now. But
It's very different, much different.
how would you, if you were to grade Mayor Dan Allers from A to F, how would you grade him?
I'd give Dan an A-.
Yeah. What about the vice mayor? Wait, what a minus? What's the minus for?
Well, you don't wanna shoot too high.
That's a scoring thing.
What's the minus
It's a
thing though?
scoring thing.
Okay, what are you scoring him on then? What is he minus about?
He doesn't have his
Yeah,
rubric.
are you his
like,
are you his
presented.
campaign manager for crying
I
out
No,
loud?
was
that's you.
trying to.
Let him answer the question. What is your minus about, Eddie?
I think
don't do
Dan.
that.
I noticed this that they had, was it a joint meeting with the LPA the
Yes,
other day?
yes.
And it's Patrick that's on the LPA. I
Yes.
don't know his last
Patrick
name.
Van Ness.
Venice.
Yeah,
Yep.
But I really like Patrick. He was in favor of our pool, and that's helpful.
So
But he's doing the legwork to maybe change some of these codes and
Yeah.
everything, so we can get some shovels in the ground to get this town rocking and rolling. And Dan almost seemed a little bit
Against it.
Well, he just was argumentative with him.
okay,
Other
that's
than
fair
that,
enough.
I love Dan.
Fair enough.
Not
That's
only
fair
he's
enough.
funny, he's become very polished, and he doesn't say the same words he used to say, so I haven't been drinking as much.
And now he's dressed up like Fred Flintstone during the Putt and Pub. So if you're out there doing the Putt and Pub and you see Fred Flintstone, that is the mayor.
Where
So
is
I
he
think-
starting? I got to see
I
that.
don't know, but I'm sure they're gonna.
I already saw them out and about. So I think we know the answer to this one. But should the town council follow the comp plan and the LDC to the letter of the law, or would you have them change some things?
Well, are we all right? Sound
Yeah.
wise?
yeah.
What do you think my answer is? You said you already think the
I
answer.
think your answer is going to be there should be some changes.
Yeah, I think that it's maybe a little antiquated after incorporation, and that listen, we got slammed down here. This town got wiped out. We're gonna have to do some things that are a little bit more progressive and get this town rocking and rolling. So,
You've given a grade to the mayor, A minus. What about the vice mayor?
the vice mayor gets an A+ with me.
A plus with you. What about Karen Woodson?
Karen Woodson, I don't know much about, but other than I'm gonna go B+.
B plus. John King.
John King gets an A+ with me.
Okay.
How
Yeah.
come you didn't ask me why Karen gets a B+?
How come Karen gets a B plus?
Karen has voted every way that I'd like her to, but we're really trying to get our dredging done on the south end. We had a deal prior to the hurricane to get our dredging done. And when it came to council, I think it was more in a planning session possibly, but Karen came up with that if we got our dredging done on the south end, then the whole town has to get their dredging done. And I feel that was an incorrect interpretation, because we already had our deal.
Yeah.
And
Just for background, that south end used to have a situation set up where the residents would pay 50% and the town would pay 50% every 5 years or so, where they would dredge that part of the island.
yeah, so we had a plan.
Yep.
We had a plan, and
But
we
you got
had-
your money back, right?
we got our money back, but that's not the point. We've been told that the town can't be reimbursed because they didn't A, have a plan,
Oh,
and B, have records of the plan.
oh,
Well, I've been working in the background on these things, and I've uncovered not only records, but a plan for our dredging on the south end. And I
look at
intend
you.
on,
Look at you doing
Yeah,
some
look at
secret
me.
work stuff.
I intend on,
Crazy.
that'll be in the next Anchorage Committee agenda, and I'm looking forward to our presenters telling us all about it.
All right, let's take out 5 tickets real quick. We'll want to keep you guys ready to roll with this. If you want to grab a quick sip of whatever you're drinking, 4610. 4610 is the first number. Anyone have 4610? We're going to keep asking Ed questions for the next 10 minutes while we give away all these tickets. The next one is 4623. 46, you got it? Oh, close. We're close. 4610. You have to be here to win these tickets, all right? The Scoogs are going to the pool, baby. Which one you got? 4610 or 23? 23 or 10? 23. All right. Still looking for 4610. We got 4480. All right, good. We got these two are good. 4480. Anybody have 4480? All right, we got 3 out of 3 so far. I'm glad you guys are sticking around. I hope you're spending some money here at Margaritaville. 4564. 4564. Marie, let me do 5 more tickets. You got 5 more you can give me? 5 more out of the bag? 45. All right, number 4. 4564. If you could just hand me 5, that'd be the best. 4588. 4588. Anybody have 4588? Oh, yeah. Very nice. All right, let's do 5 more, everybody. Thank you. What is the total that we have raised now? Yeah, you guys friggin' rock. $1,000 in 2 hours to the women's club. That's what I'm talking about. Forget the rest of these passes. Thank you for the money. Just kidding. 4416. We have a 4416 in the house. Oh, yeah, we got a winner in a Packers jersey. Let's go, Packers. All right, easy, Dave. Chill out, Dave. Dave, you're a respectable committee member now. Stop it. 4560. Oh, yeah. 4444. 4 4s. Yeah, more Packers. What is the spread on the game? What do you guys, underdogs by how much? 7? 7 points. Wow, no respect. We get no respect. 4570. 4570. Yeah, you got it? 4570 on the side. I'm going to put it on the side, see what happens. 4528. 4528, anyone? Yeah, I hear some cheering. 4528. I hope to see you guys all at the pool those 3 days. 4528. 4472. 4472. Anybody have 4472? We're still looking for 4570 and 4472. All right. Cool. All right. Everybody won there. So thank you all for sticking around. We're going to keep going with Ed, and then we're going to keep pulling tickets. So stay tuned for that. Who hasn't won yet? Raise your hand. Oh, we're going to make sure everyone goes away with tickets. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, Ed. So what I wanted to ask you was what have you done to prepare for this battle royale that you're going to be in with the town council members?
Have you been running, lifting some weights, like eating a lot of vegetables? What have you been doing?
No.
No.
No, I've been more cognitive of catching more town meetings and stuff like that to just see what the issues are, to kind of educate myself about that. But I don't think it's really that important. I know with the sitting town council, they like you to spend a few years on committee, so that you and then if you do a good job at that and you get enough experience, they'll say, okay, it's time. Maybe you could serve on the LPA, and then you do that for a while, and typically then it would be time to join the council.
Yeah,
And
but I don't know. There's no rule book for that.
There's no rule book for
John
that, but
King.
that's my point.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting out in front of me. I think that John King is a perfect example of somebody that doesn't need to go through all the motions.
Right, he's doing a great
to
job.
do a great job
Yeah.
for the town. I gave
So-
John an A+, by the way.
I didn't ask about him.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
I gave
sorry.
him an A+.
So would you say you're pro development?
I'm definitely pro
Right.
development.
You want to see this island build faster than it is right now.
I do.
And so let's see, give people the rundown about why the town council should vote for you. What are your strengths? Why should they? You need 3 votes out of the 4 sitting members. Tell them why they should vote for you. I'm sure they'll either hear about it or they're watching now, or Fred Flintstone will tune in tomorrow.
Well, it's up to them if they want to vote for me or not. I'm not
You're
going to tell
telling
them
them
they
why.
should or
You're
they
telling-
shouldn't. I invite
Promote yourself, Ed. Promote yourself.
No, I invite the town council to call the references that I gave them, and they're all capable people. They can make up their own minds. If they want to call, I haven't received a call from any of them yet. I would assume that they'd want to speak sooner or later with the candidates before they make their decision. But
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to call you. I don't think that's. I think what they're going to watch how they all. I mean, we have Scott coming on next week. Scott Safford has been on the LPA for a few years, and we have Barbara. We're trying to line up a interview with Barbara. Barbara's been on the Board Cab Committee and the Cell Cab Committee for years, and they'll watch that, or maybe they'll call you. I don't know what there's no rule book for this because people don't usually step down a lot when they're on the town council. But I think that they'll watch and they'll put the experience up. They'll want to either find somebody that has experience, or they want to find a new voice, like John was, and the other thing is I forgot what I was going to say, but it was brilliant. The other thing
that always happens.
yeah. So that's what I think they might want to decide in the back of their head. Okay, do I want somebody just to fill the seat until November's election, or do I not care about that? So, and I don't think they're going to care about that. So,
all right. Well, they have another choice too. They can leave that seat open.
yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. I
Yeah.
know that's an option,
But
but
they could definitely do that if they want to. They could leave that seat open. If I watched part of that meeting, and if I remember right, they were advised by the city attorney, the town attorney, to fill the position because of quorum issues and tie votes.
right. That people on the island are afraid of heights. Like if you ever
Yeah.
followed our page, the minute you post a picture of a building like we did about the what do you throw? Who's throwing a flag? There's a penalty flag.
Was there
Your
spo-
family
is it-
threw a penalty flag or something. Why they're
Is
throwing
there
penalty
supposed to be a
flags?
replay or?
So some people, now that they know that you're in favor of high buildings, might say they start lobbying the other town council members. We don't want this guy on because he's not in favor of the comprehensive plan in the LDC.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I believe the minority is always the loudest group, and I know we have some loud groups on the beach here. We should ask Dave about that someday. But whatever. Hey, at least I tell people where I stand.
For sure.
You're going to know where I stand, and where I stand is getting some shovels in the ground and getting this town rocking and rolling
Yeah.
again.
Any final thoughts for people out there or the town council that you want to share? Or you have any questions? I don't want to leave you hanging.
I was just going to thank you for all your penguin videos from Antarctica because I use them at work. So we appreciated that so much.
Absolutely.
Yes. You guys have traveled.
Yeah.
You travel a lot, but you're going to have to curtail that, right?
Yeah, I could actually use a break from the travel for a little bit anyway.
Well, I will
And
fill
Erica
in for
tripped
you.
us
Did
about
Janelle? Did
yeah.
you want Janelle to come on and say? You mentioned you wanted her to come on. Yeah.
Let's get
This-
Janelle on here.
Come
for a
on,
little
Janelle.
bit.
She
Now,
is like,
the reason
nope.
I want to have Janelle come on for a second is she goes to Africa to do
Outreach Africa.
Outreach
Yes,
Africa,
we do.
and she invited Kim to go to Africa with her. And Kim was all gung ho about going to Africa, and then she realized I got to get a passport, I got to take off of work, and I don't know, why did it fall apart, dear? Why didn't you go to Africa?
I
I.
she's going very soon this time. So I'm going to get the passport and then I'm going to be ready to go next time. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing in Africa and some of the schools and the kids that you're helping out there?
We have a nonprofit, Outreach Africa. We build schools, infrastructure for Tanzania and Kenya. We just finished.
I love Tanzania.
He's
Oh, it's
never been
beautiful.
outside.
It looks
the
great on a
United
map,
States.
though. I mean, it's next to Kenya, right? It's really close to
Correct.
Kenya.
Yes.
I mean, how poor are those countries? So, I mean, how poor are they?
Very poor. The school that we just completed the third floor on, the workers get paid $5 a week, and they work
Wow.
$5 a
6
week.
days a week, 10-hour days.
Wow.
And that's a lot for them.
And
Wow.
There's usually a line outside the door for people they'll only take.
Is it
maybe-
safe to go over there?
Yes.
Yeah, it's safe. I
Dare,
mean,
you've never been
just-
to Africa.
just
How could
think
you
it's
answer that
safe.
question?
You just need to be with someone from the country.
With a
and-
rifle,
Yeah.
with an AK-47.
No, it's not that
No,
bad.
no.
No.
Just
Right.
somebody from the country.
Gotcha.
Like a local that
So-
knows the area.
What's the charity called?
Outreach
Outreach-
Africa.
And so how do people donate to it?
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah.
Outreach
You're welcome.
Africa, Minnesota.org
Yeah,
or
amen.
dot com.
How much money have you raised?
The school ended up costing about $500,000 US money.
Yeah. What does that
And-
translate to Africa money?
Oh, you got to multiply it
Good luck.
by,
50 million.
Wow.
you got to double it. And
So what does $5 a day get you in Tanzania and Kenya?
not a lot.
Okay.
But I mean, we
not
built a
lot.
school in the slums.
Yeah.
So
And so where do they?
And so people
These
can
kids
go on the website though. They can
Yeah.
get involved. They can take a trip over with the group when the group is going over there to help out. And then you
Yeah.
also like do a safari or go to Kilimanjaro. That's going to be on my next bucket list.
You
I'm
didn't, you
making
didn't
it
even
to
go
the
to
top.
Africa yet. What
I'm
is your
gonna make
bucket
it to
list?
the
It's
top.
it's a fake bucket list.
I'm going to see a giraffe, a rhino.
I'm going to put a
and I'm
bucket list
getting to the
together,
top.
but it's nothing's going to be crossed off of it. It's just going to be a list. There's no bucket that
The
just thrown in.
Kilimanjaro climb is right up.
Oh,
your
I
two's
loved
alley.
it. You've
Yeah.
done it too?
No,
I've done
I-
it 3
You,
times.
you
man.
haven't done anything.
Yeah. I love climbing that.
I
It's
want-
a sissy.
Yeah,
It's a
there it is. Why did it get
A
thrown at me?
replay. The replay.
It's at least a
Yeah.
penalty. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when are you going back to Africa again?
February 6th.
So really, what we're trying to do here is portray a very nice family on the
We're not
council. You have
portraying
a,
it. We're
you know, you
letting
have
them
a
speak
nice
their truth.
family model that you might want on the town council, which would be nice, right? Eddie?
And you have 2 super cute but very large dogs.
Yep. 2 Great Danes.
Yes, they come out to visit me when I'm on my bike ride. And they really could scale that fence if they
I
just
know,
got it
but-
in their head.
They haven't tried, thank goodness.
Hopefully they're not
Because it can
listening.
only be 4 feet.
Well, thank you guys, and thank you, Ed, for coming on, and,
Yep.
and good luck. I mean, I really think it's a crapshoot when they vote. I mean, I talk to the council members all the time and try to feel them out, and and just. But I mean, I don't know jack about who's going to win, but
You're
I
an
think
idiot.
I think it's up for grabs right now. I think it's really up for grabs. So good luck to you, and
All right. Thanks
and
for
thank
having
you
me
for
on,
coming
Ed.
on. Ed,
Appreciate
scoot over
it.
everybody.
Ed.
And if we're being totally honest, they are our friends. We've known Ed and Janelle for a long time. I've been over to their house. I actually did a show from his garage, which was unusual. I don't even know they were. I don't even know what it was. An HOA kind of show where
Yeah, well, they were
Keith
very
Wilkins
nice
was still here.
To take me down onto the beach, so
Yeah.
I had access to the beach because
All
there's
right.
no public access down there.
Let's start reeling off some tickets, people. So we want you to go to the Beach
How many
Club.
are we up to, Marie?
42. We got a
42,
lot
so
of tickets
8
to
to
give
go.
away. So we might actually shut off the Facebook show when we get to the point where we pull these tickets out. But I do want to I'm going to pull some tickets out, and then I got to tell you the story about the smell.
Nobody wants to hear that.
They really do, dear. It's all about storytelling. 4481. 4481 is the first ticket. Do we have 4481, anybody? Yes, 4577. 4577. I want to see all you people at the Beach Club when it opens up next week. 4577. Anybody? 4577 is the third one. Got to put that under there. There's a lot of wind going on here. Third one is 4408. 4408. 4408. Anybody? The fourth one is 4455. 4455. Oh, sweet. Oh, look at their dancing. Very nice. I want to see Dancing by the Pool next week. 4402. Oh, sweet. We got a lot of winners. 4,400. 4,400 is the next winner. Anybody have? All right. You're going with bringing your whole damn family. Invite some people from Kenya over. 4384. 4384.
I think that's the 50.
Nice. They got the whole table to win. Very nice. 4391. Very nice. So we're over 1,000. We are $1,000 that we raised, and we have still, how many is that? 50-ish. So let me tell you the quick story about the smell in my nose. So about 2 weeks ago, I had this strange smell in my nose, and I thought it was the plugins that she was plugging in all in the house because she thinks the house smells a dog. Meanwhile, nobody ever comes over to our house and smells the dog. I can't smell the dogs. I pull all the plugins out. I change my laundry detergent. I change my toothpaste, and I can't get rid of the smell in my nose. So it went away. It just went away a few days later. And then last week, it came back like crazy. Like I couldn't get rid of it. It was like, I don't know if it was a plug-in or then it started to smell like something was burning. So a friend of ours, Dan McKenna, who is an ear, nose, and throat specialist, who, if you ever want a great ear, nose, and throat specialist, you should call him. I called him. I said, something is a foul here, like seriously a foul. So I explained to him the whole thing, and he said, okay, you need to come in. Here's the first thing that I go to the doctor's office on Thursday, and the nurse says, get on the scale. And it freaked me out. Like, I'm an ear, nose, and throat specialist on a Thursday, and I'm like, lady, I weigh myself on Friday morning naked. I don't weigh myself on Thursday with fully clothed. I had sandals on because, Friday morning naked after you go to the bathroom, before you eat, after you detox from the weekend, that's your true weight every Friday. You never want to weigh yourself on Monday or Tuesday, or definitely not Saturday or Sunday. So she goes, I'll take a pound off. And I was like, no, that's totally wrong. I need a do-over on this. I'm taking all my clothes off. No, I didn't say that. So he checks me out, and he says I've had a nasal infection for, I don't know, 6 months, whatever.
A sinus infection.
A sinus infection. I have been blowing my nose 30 or 40 times a day for like 6 months. I'm like, I carry a handkerchief everywhere I go now.
Which
I blow my nose
disgusting.
here. I go to the gym. I'm blowing my nose at the gym, And you know how girls are at the gym. They roll out of bed, and they don't even get clothes on anymore. They roll out of bed and they're wearing their underwear, and they come to the gym. They see the old man taking out handkerchiefs, blowing his nose in the gym. It's like there's such a difference of the way things used to be. So the doctor, he prescribes to me what? I've never had prescription drugs in my life. I'm 58 years old. I've never gone
I
through
don't think
this.
anyone really cares about your medical
I've never
history.
gone to a CVS to get prescription drugs or anything like that. So he prescribes what? Amoxicillin and what's the
Yes.
other one?
Prednisone. So
Prednisone.
your face is going to get fat in a little
I
bit.
have no idea what these things are. The doctor says
It's
5
gonna
of these and
swell
1 of
up.
these. All right.
You're going to be all fat. But
So-
what you're going to have, what you're not going to have is pain throughout your body, because that stuff. By the way,
Yeah.
you're not taking any other medication, because you're
No.
not supposed to take any Advil or anything like that while you're
No,
taking
so-
60 milligrams of prednisone.
So he tells me take them early in the morning because it might make you
I know,
jittery.
right?
And I'm like, okay, so I get up at 4 o'clock. I take him at
No,
5.
he's not sleeping.
I
You're
take
right.
him at 5 o'clock. Anyway, I'll get to that point. So I go to the CVS because apparently you can send
When are
the,
you going to get to that
you
point?
can
'Cause
send the
we're
pres-
almost ready to be done
you
here.
can send the prescription. The doctor sends the prescription right to the CVS. The CVS texts me. I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. I go to the CVS, and the CVS people by us, they hate their job. I mean, the lady standing behind the counter, she totally hates her job. Now, it might be different here on the island, but she didn't smile. You get up to the CVS, and a lot of the people that go to get prescription drugs are older. This is a different category for me. They're really old. So there's 2 ladies that are basically 75 years old standing in front of me, going really slow. They're putting the money back in the wallet $1 at a time, $1 at a time. I'm like, okay, well, what else do they have to do? That they're getting the prescriptions. It's like part of their day. So finally, the employee walks over to the other counter. She calls me over. She gives me the prescription. I feel the prescription. It's got 1 bottle in it. Now I think, okay, something's not right here. He said I was going to take two things. So I say, can you check this? It seems to be wrong. she says, "Oh, I can check it." She goes back to the computer. Now I'm the guy starting the line behind me. First, I was behind the older ladies. Now there's a line starting to form behind me because I don't have my prescription right. So she's now taking forever to look up the prescription. So here's the one guy behind me. He's 90 years old. The guy behind me is 90. If he doesn't get his prescription soon, he's going to die in the CVS. That's whatever he got. He needs it better than I do. I turned around to the guy. I said, "I'm sorry. I've never done this before. I don't know what's going on here. Why is she taking so long?" So she goes, "No, the doctor only sent in one prescription." So I said, "Okay, just give it to me. I'll leave it." So, I go to the guy and I shake his hand. I say, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." He just looks at me, he grabs my hand hard, and then he passes wind right when I'm in his area, like marking his territory, like I am the CVS guy. It was one of those things like, all right, I know how things go around the CVS now. I understand how our CVS works. So I call the doctor. She has to pick it up later. Now I'm taking 6 of these monster pills in the morning. And the doctor says to me, "You could be jittery." So I'm like, I'm going to make sure I take them really early. So, I go to bed last night at 7 o'clock. I'm laying down. 8 o'clock, I'm laying down. 9 o'clock, I'm still awake. 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I'm still awake. 1 o'clock in the morning, I fall asleep for 3 hours because of these pills. Then I had to take them again today. If I seem jittery, it's because I'm on 14 prescription medicines that I've never, ever taken before in my life. So I know you didn't give 2 shits about that story, but thank you for letting me get it off my chest. It feels like therapy to me. They're just here for their tickets, for their free passes. All right, you ready? Yes. And my nose is still blowing, by the way. I still smell fire on my nose. 74569. 4569. Anyone have 4569? We want to see everybody go to that pool, and we're going to contact you with how to get in. 4569. 4510. 4510. All right. Yeah. Our buddies. 4454. We're giving away 75 passes. 75 passes. 4454.
Another winner.
Yeah, baby. 4591. 4591. Anyone have 4591? Raise your hand.
Dave Skoog is just shaking his head like, come on, Ed.
4379. 4379. Raise your hand so I can go on to the next one. Don't let them blow away. Don't let them blow away. All right. That whole table is going to be. I want you guys to show up at the pool in the Green Bay Packer outfits. 4530. 4530. All right, you read a few. 4530. Yeah, I hear somebody cheering back there. 4530.
We're getting close to 75, my
Cool.
friend.
Well, Maria will let us know.
4589.
4589. Anybody? Got 2.
4448. 4367.
4367. We're going to read 2 more, and then I got to read about the
4421.
4421. Anybody raise your hand? 4421. Yeah, baby. Dave Nussbaum. One more.
He's going to be at that pool a damn lot. 4517.
4517. Let's get a count of how many we got. And I need to tell you guys about the Friends of Little Estero Island. They're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and they work with the Florida Wildlife Commission, helping to protect the imperiled nesting seabirds and shorebirds. They have a Facebook page that we want you to go and check out and like if you can. The Friends of Little Estero Island. Please go to that page right now. Check them out. Like the page so you can follow what they're doing. They're doing great stuff. They'll be donating the 3 critical wildlife area nesting seabird and shorebird information panels that were destroyed in the storm. And they're having a fundraiser to pay for the panels. You can go to the Facebook group page starting this week and donate to help cover the cost of the information panels. The group currently needs to raise $1,000. I think I know how to do that, $1,000. So go to the Friends of Little Estero Island Facebook page. Sign up there. We appreciate you guys sponsoring. Eddie Root is here if you want to talk to him about it. He's the guy in the hat. And finally, Power Block Builders. How many are we up to? Power Block Builders. Man, does anybody smell fire? Is there fire? Anybody? I smell fire somewhere. You know what the doctor told me was that sometimes he has people that have what I have, whatever it is, and they wake up in the middle of the night thinking their house is on fire. That's how crazy the nasal infection is, or what is it called? It's called something else, isn't it? Sinus infection. You know, she thought I had brain damage. So, you know, she said
I was worried that you had a tumor. I'm so glad that you don't.
So she thinks I had brain damage or a brain tumor or something. So
well, because he was complaining about that, and then his vision was off. I'm like,
So
this is it for you. I'm so sorry.
So when she found out that she thought I had brain damage, she's on the phone to Stephen Clark and trying to figure out, hey, Stephen, do you know how to set up the operation? Can you connect all the microphones and things like that, just in case, Ed drops dead of a brain
I called
tumor?
For more life insurance. That's what I did. All right, so we're at 50 something.
All right, get your tickets out. Let's read a few more. I know this is boring radio, but
4486.
4486. But you guys are winning some great prizes. All right, we have another winner.
There we go.
4486. Give us another, dear. Oops.
4450.
4450. Next time, we're probably not going to give 75 away because it takes a long time to give away 75.
4526.
4526. Oh, we hear a screamer. 4526. Anyone? All right.
4369.
4369. Anybody? Got to be present to win. By the way, the Putt and Pub, all the Putt and Pub gift baskets are over at Wahoo Willie's. If you want to,
those guys
bid
were
on
here.
those. Yeah,
I saw Peter and Nick. They were hanging out here.
Sweet.
4376.
Oh yeah, you guys are going to go for 2 days in a row. Where are you starting your golfing event at? Where are you going to be?
They're not.
Okay.
They're not golfing.
They're not-
44.
Wait, they're not golfing?
4406.
Yes, Connie. I have to go back in 3 weeks and get a CAT scan of my nose just to make sure it's not.
We're not getting a CAT scan.
That's what the doctor said.
Nah, that's just so they can. That's just to cover them. You're going to be fine. You're
You
going
know,
to be fine.
I've
You don't
never
need
said-
a CAT scan.
I've never said you're not getting a mammogram. Why would you say I'm not getting? Oh, so in other words,
because
if
the
I
mammogram is paid for by the government.
Oh.
You get that free.
so in other words, if I have some kind of brain aneurysm, you want it to continue, is what you're saying.
Nah, you don't have it. You're fine. Your brain is fine. 4413.
4413.
Well, something different.
All right, back another Packer winner. Keep
How
them coming.
many are
Keep
we
them coming.
up to?
All right, we're going to do 5 more and do a recount.
We're doing one more and do a recount. 4590.
4590. Is anybody in this crowd not won yet?
Dave Skoog
Oh,
has
come
not
on.
won.
You guys haven't won yet? All right. Let's do a couple more and then read our last ad and we'll bust out of here. We appreciate you guys hanging out. This is not the usual.
Yes, I hope you guys stay for
Holy
the Putt
crap,
and Pub
it's
Club.
12:40.
I know. I hope
This
you guys
show is
stay for
only
the,
supposed to be an hour.
let them stay for the Putt and Pub Crawl because there's going to be a lot of fun with
Yeah.
that.
And we do the mayor show tomorrow from
And
11
our
to 12.
hole is at the Whale.
The Whale. We're going to have our gear set up over there.
Are you?
I don't know. I'm starting to feel tired. I might need more prescription drugs. Does anybody have any prescription drugs on them? What was it called again? Amoxicillin, and what was the other one?
No, prednisone.
Prednisone. I don't even know what they are. I probably should look them up before I take them. Like, what the hell am I taking? The doctor, she's like, then she calls me during the day. She says, your face swelling up. It could be you're allergic to amoxicillin.
Well, I was worried about that because you have family members who are allergic to penicillin.
So I
and
said-
I didn't want you out driving around.
So I'm
and then
driving
go
to
be
the
like,
beach. So she's like, my face is fine. I'm not swelling up. And before she hangs up, I hear her talking to Stephen Clark on the phone again. Oh, Jesus, face isn't swelling up. So he's going to be fine. I don't need you on Saturday.
4434.
4434. Oh, yeah. The Hanson family. Got to invite some friends now.
They've got a big anniversary coming up, so they're going to be celebrating in style.
If you have not won a ticket, I'm going to do something. I'm going to cheat. If you have not won, come over here and write it down and get at least one. Get at least one. Give them at least one, and then we'll get a recount. Our last sponsor before we bust out of here, Power Block Builders, I started to tell you about. They built hundreds of structures for Lennar Homes and other developers since 2017. They're a father and son company. If you have not one, come on down. We're going to give you at least one because that's the fair thing to do in America. Everybody gets a participation trophy in America these days. Oh, come on. The only builder in the entire area with 4,500 square foot luxury showrooms, and they're a few minutes away from the beach. They broke ground on 2 homes in Fort Myers Beach with many more in the last revision phase of permitting. They have 9 beach models to offer from 1,000 to 3,000 square feet with many more on the way. Power Block Builders. We love Oscar Jr. and Oscar Sr. And we want you to check out powerblockbuilders.com. Thank you all to our sponsors. We're going to draw 5 more tickets and then we're busting out of here, people, because we've been on this show way too long. All right, 5 more tickets. 5 more, dear. 5 more. 5 more. Pull 5 more. Here we go. 5 more tickets. Oh, we got them all? We good? All right, she's counting them up. We're going to bust out of the Facebook. Thank you guys for watching. And we will see you tomorrow from Wahoo Willie's.